This is the second part of our video series on ethical concerns in AI development. Today, we will cover the ethical concerns in recent AI development. Ethical concerns. As mentioned in the previous video series, as with any revolutionary technology, the recent development in AI raises some serious ethical questions, primarily due to their widespread integration into many industries and workspaces. As a result, we have highlighted 5 key concerns regarding the sustainable and ethical development of AI. Number 1. The loss of jobs. One of the most pressing ethical concerns surrounding AI today is the loss of jobs. This issue is especially prevalent for those involved in the field of computer science, namely in coding and web development, and those involved in human resources and customer service. AIs have become an authentic threat to their jobs, highlighted by many large companies including IBM, Amazon, Fiverr, and Duolingo having replaced the majority of their customer service departments with AI systems. It is important to keep in mind that there isn't anything inherently unethical regarding the company's decisions, since many aspects of customer service rely on effective communication and understanding the client, which LLMs excel at. As AI continue to overtake and dominate these industries, it becomes increasingly difficult for employees to reclaim their jobs, especially when faced with financial benefits and incentives for the company. Number 2. Human assistance and true AI autonomy. Many AI creations that are marked as created by AI do not tell the full story, as AI creations often involve significant human input, even if only in the idea generation process. Programmers study prompt engineering specifically to guide an AI into producing more refined and relevant responses. For example, an artist may use precise language in their prompts to create suitable works that fit their desired outcomes, whether that be in texture, style, or etc. Although AI works and responses may seem entirely AI-made on the surface, this perspective often overlooks the human effort put behind them. In reality, the majority of existing AI tools, at least at the current stage of development, such as video, image, and music generators, do not produce the perfect result on the first attempt, and users must invest significant time into refining these outputs. However, this human involvement often goes unrecognized, with many dismissing these creations as purely AI generated and forming biases based on that false belief, all due to existing stigma. Drawing back to the case study, Critters, marketed as a movie fully created by AI, still recruits real voice actors. These issues and transparency spark ethical questions and debates regarding how AIs can be used appropriately to credit the artist's contributions behind their creations and to spread awareness to challenge the growing misconception that AI-generated works lack creativity, purpose, or human connections. Number 3. Transparency in AI usage. Building on the previous topic, transparency in AI usage stands as one of the most significant ethical concerns today, extending from questions about AI usage in the creative industry and its impact on artists, to companies across various fields struggling with providing full transparency about their AI-related activities. This lack of transparency may stem from a multitude of factors, from fears of employee backlash to financial balance, or simply the fact that most AIs lack 100% accuracy and hold the possibility for hallucinations. Social concerns play a major role in these transparency issues, as decisions regarding AI can lead to employee job losses and impact a company's public image. Many companies wrestle with informing the public about their AI decisions and maintaining the company's global reputation because of these above-mentioned fears. But this silence only prolongs the issue of a lack of transparency, which can potentially foster stigma. The effects of these transparency issues are apparent in many real-world scenarios. For example, different companies have been accused of replacing voice actors with AI, replacing promotional materials with AI, and unrightfully dismissing their departments with little notice. Number 4. Privacy concerns. For many AI companies, the need to collect data to improve their models means that nearly every user interaction with an AI is recorded. Most LLMs, such as ChatGPT, will retain all the conversations they engage in unless the user specifically chooses to opt out. However, even when you delete your chats with these AIs, the data you have provided would have already been internally stored. In fact, There have been numerous instances where users reported seeing parts of their old conversation appear in a new chat or even in another user's chat, even if the original conversation with the AI had been deleted weeks prior. When deleting a chat cannot truly erase the data the LLM had collected from its conversation with the user, it raises some serious ethical questions regarding privacy and the ethical usage of this data. These reported cases are infringements of basic privacy rights, and due to the lack of transparency in AI usage, it is difficult to determine whether the user actually know and consent to the collection of their personal information, and if yes, whether the data has been used ethically. In addition to the chat information from individual users, many AI's training datasets are scraped from the internet without explicit permission from the website's creators. Teachable Machine, a website that allows users to create their own AIs using training datasets, offers insights into the actual training process of such AIs. One of its training methods, scraping, prompts the AI to visit a provider website and proceed to click and browse through every link on the website, instantly allowing the AI to access information from diverse sources. Oftentimes, the creators of these scraped websites are unaware that their content has been taken and thus have no voice in the appropriate usage of their websites. They cannot provide consent or set terms of agreement regarding the ethical usage of their content. This lack and seemingly bypass of permission and control raises further ethical concerns about data ownership and respect for intellectual property within the scope of AI development. Number 5. AI bias. One of the most important knowledge points about AIs is that they are not 100% accurate. Since an AI's quality and performance is entirely dependent on its training material, any inherent biases within the data will be reflected in the AI's responses. These biases may arise from a variety of different factors, from biased datasets to data collection being limited by paywalls. Such inherent biases are often hard to spot by programmers, yet are exaggerated in the final model's response if not addressed due to their early impact in the AI's understanding of a specific subject. This inaccuracy raises ethical questions about whether companies should rely on integrating AIs into their work, despite the risks of inaccuracies and hallucinations, which is when an AI provides a confident response with false information. If AI were still to be implemented, should there be restrictions on the types of AI allowed in different industries, especially those that require high accuracy? AIs oftentimes require an immense initial investment to be created and implemented. Additionally, when companies replace employees and departments with AI, a few employees often remain to overlook the AI's performance and requirements, which can further drive up the financial burden behind using AIs. Because of this, an ethical question arises regarding whether it is justifiable for companies to invest in AI, even at the knowledge that it will lead to job loss while still holding the risk of hallucinations and general inaccuracies. This brings us to the end of our second video on ethical concerns in AI development. Today, we went over the bulk of the topic and discussed in detail some of the major obstacles preventing the rapid development of AI. Next time, we will look over some potential solutions that address the discussed issues.